Alright guys, long time no see. Well, those of you that follow me on Instagram will know that the last time I tried to record the Ballista feature video, it broke. Again. And when I went to redesign it, it gave me time to kind of reevaluate things and think about what I was doing and how I was doing it. And this train of reflective thought, though healthy and needed, was a deep rabbit hole that ultimately led me to the conclusion that I had created an identity crisis. I had completely lost perspective of what a clever chimp was. Well, that's the thing. It had become something that it was never meant to be. It was a mindset brand, a way of approaching learning and challenges. It was about realising that you can be as clever as that really clever person up at the front teaching you this, that and the other, because they, like you, are just a clever chimp. And it was about humbling yourself and not being too proud to admit that you don't understand something, even though maybe on paper you should. Because we're all just clever chimps. That was the essence. That was what it was about, and I still believe in it. But then a follower of mine on Instagram messaged me and asked, "So, what are you?" Now this was a great question, and they continued with, "So you're a filmmaker, but also a ballista building engineer? Like what's going on?" And I paused for a second before I replied, and I thought, hang on, I don't have an answer here that even slightly vibes with what a clever chimp is. So what am I? Well, I'm just me. All of the maths, the videography, the building of the ballista, all of this that I'm sharing with you is just me. And it's not even like I've been pushing the brand of A Clever Chimp in any of the videos or the content that I create. And those thoughts that I mentioned earlier are probably the first that you've ever heard of it regarding A Clever Chimp. And ironically, I'll probably talk more openly about it now that A Clever Chimp is no longer the focus, because they're my thoughts, and if they encourage you, then that's fantastic. Well, no. By shifting the focus away from A Clever Chimp and onto me, it means then that the content that I create makes sense and fits, and I don't have to worry about it not fitting with what a clever chimp is. But that being said, that doesn't mean that there's no room to reflect on mindset once in a while and reflect on what the ethos behind A Clever Chimp is, because I find it very important. I also really like the logo as well, so I think I'm definitely going to have to get that on some t-shirts and some caps at some point, because it is just a nice reminder that we are all just clever chimps. Well, what I haven't actually told you is that during this brief pause in uploads, I've been busy creating content that will be released very soon. The main thing being that the ballista is done. Finally! A video has been shot and edited and is ready to be released. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can head over to my Instagram, where there is heaps of content in the form of story highlights, and you can live through all of the highs and lows of the build of the ballista there. I also want to get back to doing maths videos now. They are far more reliable for me to deliver, but also I love knowing that they are helping people out. And the other good thing that's come out of all of this is that I can use these skills that I've learnt and fallen in love with, like videography, more often. For instance, I really want to do a video series on a hobby of mine, home brewing beer. Not only because I love brewing beer, but also because I think it would just look brilliant if it was filmed well, with a little bit of, you know, blues rock behind it, you know, pouring the hops in. I just think it looks so good. So that's definitely in the pipeline. And here's the thing: would that have made sense with A Clever Chimp? Certainly not. Does it make sense with me? Yes. And finally, acleverchimp.com has become the McAvoycollection.com because I still love designing maths prints and I still love how they look up on my wall. And if you think you'd like them up on your wall, then you can head over to the McAvoycollection.com and have a look. Because at the moment, I have a launch sale on of 20% off everything. And I didn't think I would ever be saying I had a launch sale on anything, ever, really. So this is very exciting. And I'm going to have that launch sale on for maybe like a couple of months. The main reason for the long sale is because, in all honesty, the amount of effort that I've put into it, it's been a long time coming. So I'm going to leave the discount on there for as long as I can. I'm an engineer, I'm a creator, and I'm a learner. Welcome back to my channel.